Hello, good morning. Today we are going to study about the another class of concept-based engineering, class number 21. I am Aravind P. Today we are going to study the topic about feedback on the design, which is in the fourth module, and also we studied one of the part which is in the module number 5, user-centered design and product-centered design. Okay, so the first one, the feedback on design. As you know that when we have completed a project or we finished a product, we have to given some feedback from the users or the customers from who used this product actually, isn't it? So why we need the feedback? Actually we need the feedback for better our product, and we have to better its functions, all these items. So we need some feedback. Or what about this product, whether this product can compete with other products, or whether this product is better than others. Even if we made some software, as you know that there are a lot of softwares are available in the market, like antivirus softwares, or many softwares are available. Suppose you imagine that there is a software is there. Actually that software is they are asking, after they finished the product, after installing your phone, they will ask how the product is actually, and they ask the feedback from us actually. Okay, so what's exactly this feedback on design? So at the project start, the possibilities are endless. As you know that there is a endless, it means that there will be some successful or maybe some failure about this or product. And that clean state is both lovely and terrifying. Why this lovely and terrifying? Because lovely, it means that it maybe becomes a very hit product, or maybe it becomes a very worse product. So that is why it's lovely and terrifying. As the designers, we begin by filling space with the temporary messes and uncertain experiments. As you know that the designers are, what they are going to do is they will filling the space. That filling the space, it means that they will create some designs without if a company is trying to manufacture a product, in the initial they don't have anything about this design. They have only the problems, questions, etc. So they have to fill it. So they will try to contact with the designer, and designer will come to make some design or some conceptual design. So that is we begin by the filling the space. And by temporary messes, that means the designer will think about some concept, and that is a temporary messes. And then some certain experiments that he will conduct, and some uncertain experiments, maybe it will come to a successful or maybe it will not actually. So we will make some thousand tiny decisions quickly, trying to shape a message that will resonate in our audience actually. So that means we will make some small decisions, like our product is like this, our product like that, etc. We will make some informations to the customers, that to make our product success actually. In the middle of a flow, we must stop and share the unfinished work with the colleagues or the clients. Yeah, we will when we find out some product relation or some concept, then we will try to share it with others, our friends. And suppose you imagine that if you made some Android app applications, a mobile application, and you will talk about this mobile application with your friends and colleagues, to know that whether this product having is a good one, or what are they are looking actually, the others looking. We want to know what the others need to modify it, what are the customers need. Okay, then some collaborative tools we are used for to analyze this feedback, to getting this feedback, is a critic. Okay, so what is a critic? Critic is a corresponding step that process to allow the different ways of thinking to reach the common ground actually. Okay, so as you know that there is a lot of way to understand that the our product, our process is actually is correct actually. Okay, whether suppose we are making some product, and that product is actually is in a success way, or going to in a success way, how we analyze actually, we want to know the different methods or different ways to process actually this our product actually. For example, compromising our visual and technological requirements actually. And suppose the critic, this is an actually a collaborative tool. That tool is used for to with the intersection of the vision, design and strategy and technology and people. Okay, so we will discuss with all this with the vision, and also about this design, and about this strategy, how this is working, and about the technology inbuilt in our product, and also with the communicate with the people actually. So critiquing is an unfinished design that migrate with the risk of the completely missing a project ultimate goals actually. So the ultimate goal is our project is to about to success actually, about the all the functions should be functioning, all the specifications should be is in a function way. Okay, so critiquing is an unfinished design. So it is a when we during our design there will be some stage we need to explain about our product to others, and to get some feedback related with our product, like okay, this if this product is having something like this feature, then it will be better. Okay, some customers or some peoples will say like that. Okay, if the color of this is not good, okay, so maybe say the pattern or this having some sharp edges, if it is smoothened, then it is better. Like these all explanation or these of opinions will collect actually. Okay, now here you can see that there is a graph. You can see that then in the first you can see that is there is a blank page to an objective. Yeah, in ideal case we can see that there is a blank page. Blank page means there is nothing about our product. The only thing is our about some objectives or some target will be there actually to reach. Like suppose we are going to manufacture a product, and some objectives will be there. This product should be like this, this product is used for this purpose, like etc. Some objectives will be there actually, and we have to start from its blank page, like we don't have anything idea about this. Then suddenly we will start to moving to reach the objectives. You can see in the realistic, when we are going to start it actually, then the design process, when we are going to start it in the realistic model, we start to along with the way, maybe its direction is something like deviates while we are going to reach in the objective side actually. As you know that when you can see that in the middle, you can see that the blank from the blank page the arrow is moving to outerwards from the objectives actually. It shows that maybe during the design process, when we are not reaching the objective directly, because maybe we are deviating something like okay, in our main objective we are deviating. So what the feedback is doing is, feedback is tilting it, and to try to reach its our objectives actually. So that is our solution actually. So solution is provided by maybe some from the feedback actually. Okay, feedback will help to help the solution to reach from a blank page to our objective, to reach our objective actually. So acting an advantage in the creative process, a good feedback can readjust the design message to help us to figure out that we are really trying to say. Okay. Now remember that critique are meant to improve actually output rather than the hinder process. So encouraging the overlap of the ideas from multiple people. So what is exactly a critic tool? A critic tool is used to improve our design or improve our output to than the any other process, like if feedback, that means we critic is used to feedback to reach our objective, or to reach our target actually. So for a designer, a good feedback can, what are the special things to do? Okay, for a good designer to become a, for a designer, how a good feedback can help. So it prevent the mentoring design from the veering too far from timeline, budget, scope and other project constraints. Okay, so yeah, it prevent the mentoring design from the veering too far from the timeline. So it means that as you know that there will be some budget will be there and some timelines for design actually. Okay, so if we are going to make some product like some antivirus, suppose you imagine a software product you are going to make, and it is something like some antivirus product or a software product, then the company is having a time period actually, within a short period of time or 1 month time we have to make this software, and the software should having some limited budget and like etc. Okay, so the feedback when we made some software, suppose you imagine that I'm a designer and I'm going to design a product like a software, an antivirus software. I will try and I will try this software. I will try myself to the software, and I'll try it whether all the viruses can, all the viruses in the computer can diminished by using this software. I will try it actually, but whether if there is a not completely good one, then I will ask some suggestions from my colleagues and some related pupils, like IT related pupils. I will ask some suggestions, and they will give some feedback that if you provide this methodology then it will be better, or if you provide this coding data then it will be better. Like I will get some suggestions, and that suggestions will not deviate my aim actually or my objective, and it allows the others to help each teach and guide, and there will be some weaknesses and some confusions. Okay, so some shall be like state and which the design can bigger ideas and strategy. So as I told you, yeah, it also says that it will help and teach us or the guide us, that is feedback. So as you know, how the feedback is affecting, going to affect it to make a product actually. So it will getting a feedback is good for our product actually. Okay, now it familiarize the colleagues and managers and clients with the design process, invest the everyone to project early on, and circumvent and alarming the change request by responding immediately as a team. So yeah, in our product actually, that product is when we are giving to our families and colleagues and managers and all our clients, then during it will give more familiarized, because when we get a feedback from there, from them, and we will get they will also have some experience in the or this type of products, and they will give some feedback about this, and when we have completed finish and when we give it back to them, and they also having some familiarized with this project, isn't it? So yeah, so what happens is that they invest everyone to the project early on, and they will change the alarm request by responding the immediately as a team actually. Okay, so they will allow or they will assist us to get to understand about this product, and they will give us some instructions and feedbacks. Okay, so it will distribute the responsibility for developing creative output. Okay, so it will distribute responsibility for developing a creative output, and also that build a team trust actually. So that means if we have some feedback from some people, and then we will this is our team actually, that means that is a design team will get the to trust actually about this. Okay, my product will these all these pupils are getting feedback, it is maybe the feedback is good or maybe bad, or if it is good one, then we will having some trust about that is yes, our product may be good one, and all these ego and destructive ego we can eliminate throughout this actually. And coming our next chapter, next module number 5, and in this one we are going to study about the user centered design and product centered design. So what is UCD, user centered design? It's a framework of the process in which needs and wants and limitations of the end users of a product, service, or the process are given extensive attention at each stage of the design process. So UCD, that is a user centered, user is as the centered one actually. So in this one, so user centered, it is a framework of process, that is it is not restricted to interface or the technologies actually. So it is not restricted to the interfaces or the technologies. but it needs actually in which it needs some wants and limitations of the end users of the product actually. Okay, so user-centered design, it means that it's just like yeah, there will be some user will be there. Suppose you are making some product especially for some certain user, and he needs something and he wants something, okay, about this our product. Okay, so some and he is having some limitations, and okay, this product is used for this special purpose only. Okay, like that ways we can make some design actually. സോ നിങ്ങൾ പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പം നമുക്ക് സപ്പോസ് സം പ്രൊഡക്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കും, ചില പ്രൊഡക്റ്റുകളുണ്ടാകും, ആ പ്രൊഡക്റ്റുകൾ എസ്പെഷ്യലി ഡിസൈൻഡ് ഫോർ ദ സ്പെഷ്യൽ ആ ഒരു ആൾക്ക് വേണ്ടി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആ ഒരു യൂസറിന് വേണ്ടി മാത്രമായി ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്യണം. ലൈക്ക് ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ സപ്പോസ് ഇൻ എ ബാങ്ക്, ഒരു ബാങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ഒരു സെക്യൂരിറ്റി സിസ്റ്റം ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. ഈ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി സിസ്റ്റം ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത് എസ്പെഷ്യലി ഫോർ ദാറ്റ് പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ ബാങ്കിന് വേണ്ടി. ലൈക്ക് ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ബാങ്ക് ആണെങ്കിൽ ആ ബാങ്കിലേക്ക് വേണ്ടിയുള്ള എസ്പെഷ്യലി സെക്യൂരിറ്റി സിസ്റ്റം അത് സ്പെഷ്യലി ഡിസൈൻഡ് ഫോർ ദാറ്റ് പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ എന്താ പറയുക ബാങ്കിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട്. അതേ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി സിസ്റ്റം ആയിരിക്കില്ല വേറൊരു ബാങ്കും ഫോളോ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ദേ വിൽ ബി ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് ആക്ച്വലി. ഓക്കെ, like, and it is also it can be characterized as a multi-stage problem solving process that not only require the designers to analyze and foresee how users are like to be use the product actually. So ഈ ഡിസൈനേഴ്സിന്, അതായത് നമ്മുടെ ഡിസൈനേഴ്സിന് ഈ ഒരു പ്രോബ്ലം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഈ ഒരു ഡിസൈൻ, ഒരു പുതിയ ഡിസൈൻ നമ്മൾ ഉണ്ടാക്കുക, യൂസർ സെൻറ്റർ ഡിസൈൻ നമ്മൾ ഉണ്ടാക്കുകയാണ്. അതായത് ആ ഒരു യൂസറിന് മാത്രമായിട്ട് യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു ഡിസൈൻ നമ്മൾ ഉണ്ടാക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എന്താ ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിൽ അനലൈസ് ചെയ്യണം. അതായത് ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് അനലൈസ് ഈസ് നീഡഡ് ആക്ച്വലി ഫോർ ദിസ് വൺ, ആൻഡ് ബിക്കോസ് ഹൗ ദിസ് യൂസർ ഈസ് യൂസ്ഡ് ടു ദാറ്റ് പ്രൊഡക്റ്റ് ആക്ച്വലി. So for example പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ if we are going to design a security system for a bank, then the bank actually the locker, the bank locker, so the bank locker is actually only allowable to only one or two persons. Okay, inside the locker only one or two persons, and it may be the user will inform that if this much alarm, if another person is came, should be identified or to be automatically locked down, like everything the user will be inform him, like very hard security or very low security or high level security or laser type, etc etc. They will explain that to our designer. Okay, so it may be a multi-stage problem solving process, or it may be require the designer to analyze and foresee that is how the user is using to this product actually. Okay, and also test the validity of their assumptions with the regard to the user behavior in the real world test with the actual user at each stage of the process, from the requirement concept and pre-production models and mid-production and post-production, creating a circle of proof back to the confirming or modifying the original requirements. It means that suppose according to the user behavior, the validity of their assumptions with the regard to the user behavior. So we have to test, that is the designer have to test some validity related with the user actually. Suppose you imagine that a user need a particular type of mobile phone. Okay, a particular special type of mobile phone a user need. And according to the user behavior means he will tell leave it about the mobile phone, a special type of modified car actually. You think about the modified car. Okay, so a modified car is there, like a celebrity needs a modified car, and that modified car is done by a designer, some like DC designers. Okay, you imagine, and DC designers is designing for this modified car, and the user said when he came to near the car, the door should be automatically open. Okay, and when he sit, the door is automatically closed. Likewise, he is explaining about his idea, that is a user explaining his about ideas and his requirements. Okay, So maybe it is in the pre-production model. Automatically it maybe is in the same model. The user need not to tell about this idea. Okay, maybe it is in the pre-production model. But yeah, maybe it is in it is not available in the model, and then we have to inbuilt this, attach this type of special characteristics to this our product actually. Okay, so like this the user defined model is like this actually. So such a testing is necessary. So we have to test it whether the user as the user said the vehicle is like this, like when he came to near the model, when he named to the van, nearby the van, it door is automatically open, or when he sit back this door is automatically closed or not. Like the designer should be test actually, should make some test actually. Okay, so it is necessary to often very difficult for the designer for the product to understand the intuitively what the first time the user and their design experience. So yeah, in this type of designing, the designers have to face many difficult to understand about this how it is going to do, and how we are going to make some changes over this one. Okay, like this. So the main difference about this product design philosophies is that user design try to optimize the product around how the user can and what he want actually, and rather than forcing the user to change their behavior accommodate the product. So the designer actually in this one, the UCD is very tough actually, how this behavior about related with the user. So it is said that the user, we cannot change the behavior of the user, so we can change the product, we can change or we can inbuild the characteristics which the user need into incorporate with our product actually. Okay, so there are some key principles that will ensure the design to become user centered actually. Okay, so some key principles that that will ensure the design to become a user centered. So the design must be based on the explicit understanding of users, tasks and environments. As I said, that is a user needs some ideas, or user have some ideas or something like some task related with the and some that condition. Okay, so that we have to follow actually. Okay, then users also are involved in the throughout the design and development. Okay, so users throughout this product development or this designing work, the user should be present in there actually. And the design is driven and refined by the user-centered evaluation. So each and every stage actually the design during our designing work, each and every stage users centered evaluation must be going on, or user centered, that is who is the user actually about this product, and he should evaluate whether this our design is going to in the correct way or not. And the process is iterative, that means he have to the designer have to check whether this that is as I told you, for example the vehicle I told you na, the modified vehicle, as per the user design, user told him when he come to near the door automatically open, and the driving, when the driver come to the seat the vehicle is automatically switch on, like etc. He will explain what are the features he needed actually. So whether the yeah the the process is also an iterative actually. Okay, so all the process is whether it is functioning in a proper manner, the iterative process is going on actually. And the designer addresses the whole user experience. Okay, so the designer team include the multidisciplinary skill and perspectives. So designer teams should have understand all these skills to made something like related with these problems all. So the design team will include the multidisciplinary skills and perspectives actually. Yeah, the team should understand about all these types of modifications, all these types of. Okay, and it is make it easy to determine what actions are possible at any moment. Okay, so make the things visible, including the conceptual model of the system, the alternative actions and their results of actions. So the makes the things are visible, including the conceptual model of the system, the alternative actions and the results of the actions. Okay. So it means that the conceptual model of the system, and we have to alternate it, and we have to give some better result, the working result we have to make it. Okay, now some it is making easy to evaluate the current actually. So we can the user user having a very very easy to whether for example about our vehicle, the user is when the user is nearby this vehicle, if the vehicle door is automatically on, it is very easy to user to understand yes whether it is his what his suggestion is worked or not. Okay, so it is very easy to understand or to evaluate about this, and follow the natural mappings between the intentions and required actions, between the actions and the resulting effect, between the information that is visible and the interpretation of the system state. So in the user-centered design, we can see that the plan is first happens, and about this plan we will research it. The design team research it, and then they made some design, and then also they will adapt some designs from the others, and also then the final stage they will measure it actually whether this is working or not, or they will measure it actually. So this is the way they will choose in the user system. And so how this users involve this in the design actually, how this users. Okay, not only that example, and also you can take any example, like for example the some special type of mobile phones they are making. So how this users involved in our design. So it is necessary to think the carefully about this who is our user. Okay, so like for example another yeah, vehicle manufacturing companies will really think about yeah, what their user, what the product they are going to build, to whom should be the users. Like for example maybe the mid segment vehicles, or maybe higher utility vehicles, or maybe the multi-utility vehicles they are using, like middle range or high level range or the low level range pupils will be there actually, and the designers will think about this who should be the users of this vehicle. For example in a car actually, in a middle segment car they are going to build for the middle level pupil actually. Okay, so they will decrease they first aim about this product pricing actually. So like for example one 3 lakh rupees, 3 lakh to 4 lakh rupees, the car total cost should be the 3 lakh to 4 lakh rupees, and the production cost should be like this amount, and the materials cost like this should be like lowering, like that way they are calculating before they going to design actually. Okay, so it is necessary to think about the carefully about the who is the user. Okay, in the design process, then the users are the people who will use the final product and artifact to accomplish a task or a goal. Okay, so it means that the designers or the companies will decide, okay, this category the people will be our product's customer. Okay, and okay, and the others people can also be used this product. Okay, not only this categorized people, others can also used. Okay, and the people who manage the users have need and expectations too. So maybe some other people will also are expecting like this way. Suppose yeah, we take an example, Renault Kwid car. That car is having a greater mileage, like 25 kilometer per hour per liter. Actually, it's having a great mileage. I think that mileage any other petrol vehicle can't cross it actually. So the Kwid is having a low cost actually, like 3 or 3 4 lakhs inside you can buy it, but its mileage is too high actually comparatively to the Maruti car, Maruti 800 or Maruti Alto. It is too high actually about the mileage. Suppose some person who is try to buy a car with having a higher price but a higher mileage but lower in price, then he is having a two choice, this Maruti car or this Quid car actually. So he will again filter it actually. Okay, the best mileage is this Quid. Maybe so. According to the user, this user having about thinking about that the mileage is his first priority. Maybe the next user is having a priority will be the safety actually. So the Quid is not a safer vehicle, so he will think about like, okay, this is not a safer, so Maruti vehicle is much 800 is much more having a strength, so it is much more safer, so he will take that car vehicle actually. Okay, likewise the users are having a different thinking. Okay, yeah. Now examples, another example is given here actually. Consider two equipments. First one is offering more function than the second design, and more even it can replace to many other tools and providing the numerous number of tools within the single module, but the second design is only offer limited number of functions and tools. Okay, which one is better? That's a question. Suppose you having a two product, one is having a special a lot of functions is available, and the second one is having a less functions is available but more precise to use. Obviously you will choose the second one because it is usability and simple appearance. Okay, so the since the second one is can handle easily and it's won't to make any confusions to user, this design is more ergonomic than the first one. Okay, so the however that we will notice that the second design is more consideration, we will the user will give some more consideration about this because his emotional requirements. Okay, so some methods we can designer can practice to the USD in their designs. They are the technique, purpose and stage of the design cycle. Okay, in this one you can see that the technique is background interviews and questionnaires. We will conduct this technique, and why this we do it is to collecting the data related with the expectation of the users or the evaluation of the design alternatives and prototypes and final artifact. Okay, for that purpose we'll use the technique to interviews and background interviews and questionnaires. Okay, and what we will get is at the beginning of the design project. When will we do this project? We will do it in the beginning of our design project. And the second case, sequence of work interviews and questionnaires we will ask for what actually, for collecting the data related to the sequence of the work to be performed with the artifact. So when we do it, we will do it in the early in the design cycle. Likewise there will be some techniques and purpose and their design cycle will be available. Now these are the two examples. See, in the first one a lots of functions are available, you can see there. Okay, but the second one having a limited functions will be available. But which one we will prefer? We will prefer the second one, isn't it? Because it is compact in design and lesser tools but compact in design, so your immersion we can travel it, we can take it into any place. Okay, likewise. Now yeah, now which one is better? So obviously you choose the second one actually. Okay, so because of its simple appearance, so the second one can handle easily, won't make any confusions user to the design and more ergonomic than the first one. So you can notice that the second design is more designed under the considerations of the user and his emotional requirement. Okay, this is all about this and I think you watched this video completely, and please watch and subscribe, and thank you.